Gun Freak Nation, what's good with it? What up, though, Gun Freak Nation? What up, though, Gun Freak Nation? Had to go live for a minute, touch base with y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Freak Nation, yeah, yeah. Smoke, we'll run it, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Ain't no funky savage gonna take the show. We got the heat, we got the fire, we bring the flow, flow, flow.
What up, though, Brandon? What up, though, 187? Aaron, what's good with it, my brother? What up, though?
We ain't play no games. Got that swagger, got that aim, got that flame. This town's ours, better learn our name. Say it, gun freak, yeah, we bring the fame.
Gun Freak Nation, salute y'all. What it do, Brandon? Man, I'm here to, listen, y'all. What up, though, Kyle? Yo. What up, though, Jason? Oh man, I'm sorry, John. What up, though, John? What up, though? Hey man, I'm here to tell y'all right now. I'm gonna cut through the chase. Y'all get ready. You hear me? Get ready for war, for what's coming, man. See all that shit that happened in Venezuela? You know, I've been told y'all that shit was not about drugs. It was about oil. But it's more, it was about oil, but it was also about strategy. You know what I'm saying? Something is happening. And I need y'all to open up your eyes and see what it really is. Not only did Trump want the oil from Venezuela, but he got tired of Maduro cozying up with our adversaries. We got Russia, you know, we got Putin, we got China, we got Iran, and we got North Korea. So they're pissed off right now because they're not, you know, they had billion-dollar contracts with Venezuela. You know, oil. They was getting the oil and shit, probably on the low. So they not getting that shit. Trump done fucked that up. So now Trump wants Greenland. And I did not, you know, I was ignorant, you know, didn't know that Greenland was that strategic. You feel me? I got a video that I want to play for y'all. This shit is going down. I'm telling y'all, it's about to be another fucking war, man. It's about to be another fucking war. And this gonna be a war like you have never fucking seen before. You feel me? Hold on, y'all. Let me find this fucking video. I just had the fucking video. I got to play this for y'all. Did y'all just hear what Trump said? Trump said that if we, the US, America, don't take Greenland, China or Russia real, man. And that's right next door. We can't allow that shit to happen, man. I'm telling y'all, it's an axis being, uh, 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 it's an axis being, I'm telling you, Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, they plotting against us. Even NATO, because NATO's saying that if we take Greenland, we may have problems with them. We may have problems with NATO. And we are part of NATO. Make that shit make sense. But I want to know from y'all that's watching this live right now. No, I didn't see the UN hearing, brother. Can you elaborate on that? I didn't hear about that, but I wanna play this video. My fucking phone acting crazy again. Hell no. All right, check that shit out, man. Did y'all not hear what the president just said? Did y'all not hear that? He knows some shit that the mass majority of American citizens don't know. Some shit is about to go down. A war is about to happen, man. You got Russia, you got China, you got Iran, you got North Korea. I think they plotting, and it's just a matter of time before this shit go down, before it break out, man. And we need to be ready. And I'm telling you right now, don't think that when this war pop off, don't think it's going to happen afar. This shit got some repercussions and consequences, man. Your fucking neighborhood may be a future battleground, and you need to be prepared. You need to be ready for what is to come. Don't think that, when everybody, with some shit going on, everybody thinking it's going to be like a terrorist attack or something like that from Al Qaeda or ISIS or a cartel or whatever. Nah, man, this gonna be some shit that you've never seen before. And I'm telling y'all right now, be ready, be prepared, because a lot of people, and I feel bad for the people that got their fucking heads up in the clouds, man, and just, they worried about what these celebrities doing. No. What y'all need to understand is some shit is about to happen, and the first thing they gonna do, it ain't even got to be no bloodshed. They gonna go after the power grids, man. We gonna be in the fucking dark, and a lot of people is not gonna know what the fuck to do because they're so spoiled and just so used to having electricity, and they used to their fucking phones and social media. But when we be in the dark, and there is no more fucking cell towers and all that shit. Uh, um, People gonna freak out. People gonna panic when the grocery stores is no longer stocked with food because people don't looted that shit, and everything is just disrupted. It's gonna be mass chaos on a level that you have never seen before. And I ain't even trying to. I'm not even trying to scare y'all. I'm telling y'all the facts of what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You need to be getting prepared right now. This is not a joke. You just heard what Trump said. They taking Greenland, whether it's gonna be by choice or force, which means that we may invade that motherfucking country. But you know what? I would rather for us to have it, the United States to have it, or for it to fall in the hands of Russia or either China, man. This shit is fucking dangerous. You feel me? We is at the I feel like something big is about to happen. War is about to break out. War is coming, and we at the brink right now. So what I want to know from y'all is, are you ready? Are you prepared for what's to come? Are you prepared? Because when you run out of food, and food ain't really the issue. You know what the number one issue that we will need? Water, my nigga. We gonna have to have water. Guess what? We can go without food for a few days, but 3 days without water, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. 3 days without water, it's a wrap, man. You might as well wrap it up. Wrap your body up. So some shit is going down, and I'm just trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to warn y'all right now. Brace yourself and be ready for what's to come. You know what I'm saying? It's. Let me read some of these comments. I feel you on that, brother. Nah, ain't no Ryans. Ain't no Ryans gonna protect us, man. They too busy, knocking each other off. You feel me? So don't rely on. I know you're trying to be funny right now, but this ain't no joke, man. Rely on yourself. Get your funky town centers. Get your guns, man. You're gonna have to do. It's gonna be every man for himself at one point. You feel me? And like I said, it's a dog eat dog world. You know, don't think that Trump is bullshitting. Don't think he's just fucking around. That nigga, what he mean that shit. He knows some shit, and some shit is about to pop off, man. And I'm afraid that a lot of people, it's gonna catch a lot of people by surprise. And I'm telling y'all right now, y'all need to get ready. If you already ready, guess what? You ain't got to get ready, right? So all we can do at this point is just hope for the best and be prepared for the worst. And I feel like we're gonna get the worst part of it. You feel me? War is happening, man. And I'm saying this. It ain't just that. Look at all of the other shit that's happening right now in the country. With the woman being shot in the face in Minnesota, God, may she rest in peace. But she brought that shit on herself. She positioned herself, she put herself in that position to be killed like that. But now you got people using that as an excuse to go out in the street and riot and protest even more for some shit that she caused on her. She was she met her demise through her own actions. You feel me? So it's a lot of shit that's going on where the country is divided. I wouldn't be surprised if civil war broke out and we fighting each other. But let alone, man, we got to deal with Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, man. And I'm telling you, Russia got that shit, man. You saw the child. How many of y'all know about the strike that Russia did on Ukraine like last week, man, where they used the what you call them, supersonic the super fast motherfuckers, the a fucking missile that can come over here in 5 minutes and obliterate several fucking cities, man. They got that type of fucking firepower. So don't ever get too motherfucking comfortable thinking that this shit cannot go down or happen. I'm telling you. You might wake up one morning, it might be a fucking mushroom cloud over Washington, D.C., New York, Chicago. Who knows, man? We need to be ready. And if it get to that point, ain't shit else we can do if it's a nuclear war. But I'm telling you, if some shit happen, they're gonna go after the power grids, everything else, everything that we would need to sustain all that shit is gonna be wiped out. And I'm looking at it where it's gonna be like a situation where it's gonna be every man for himself. If you got people that clearly see this shit happening and they're not prepared, don't feel sorry for them. Because why would you want to let them in your house or give them the food that you stocked up for when they had every fucking chance to stock up and be prepped up just like you, and they chose not to do it? You can't feel sorry for everybody. It's gonna be every man for himself. It's going to be every fucking man for himself, man. And we got to be ready. This shit is not no joke. You saw the fucking video, man. I don't know when they plan on taking Greenland, but it's going to happen. And like I say, every action has a reaction. You feel me? No, they saying it was another channel. I wish I can find it, man. It wasn't a channel. It was a video of a general, United States military general. He was like, Greenland is already surrounded by, like Russian warships, submarines, Chinese warships and shit. They trying to get the drop on us. They trying to get the drop on us. You feel me? They trying to get the drop on us, and Trump ain't, I got to give Trump a salute, man, because he do really care about America. And I say, go ahead and take Greenland. If they weak like that, they ain't shit. And China and Russia will, imagine this scenario. Say, for example, what if China decide to invade Greenland? We automatically at war because there's no fucking way we are going to allow them to take over Greenland and be that fucking close, be at our fucking back door. You understand what I'm saying? We cannot let Trump is not going to let that happen. So we might as well just be proactive and take that motherfucker before they take it. Why not? War is fucking war. I'm reading some of y'all comments now. You right, Maxwell. Every man for themselves, for real, for real. It's this shit is it ain't if it happened, it's when it happens. You feel me? Okay, this is what up though, my brother. This is you can track warship movements online when they kill their transponders. That's a sign shit is getting active. You right about that. You're right about that. Now I want to know from y'all, y'all my people. I fuck with y'all, man. We Gun Freak Nation up in here. I want to know, are you prepared? Are y'all making preparations? Do y'all have y'all water? Because that's the main key is water. A motherfucker can go out there and find some meat or whatever. We gonna do that, but water. The main key is water. And I'm stocking up on mine right now. I've been stocking up on it. I'm damn sure ain't about to go to the Detroit River and siphon off that dirty ass, stinking ass water that bodies and shit been found in and all that. But they got shit that filter that shit out, the little straws and shit. But I'm telling you, it's cold, it's wintertime. If this shit pop off in the wintertime and we lose our fucking power, man, people gonna go ape shit crazy. This shit is gonna get ugly. We already dealing with savages. I'm pretty sure y'all don't heard about the savage in Mississippi. I'm about to do a video on that tonight, where the crazy motherfucker went on a killing spree, killing 6 people. 4 of them is family members. But not only are we dealing with everyday crazy demonic savages, now we got potentially World War III getting ready to pop off, man. And I ain't mad at Trump. I'm not mad at him for snatching up Maduro ass. Nigga, how dare you have the nerve to snub your nose at the United States of America, at the reinvested money into your country for your oil, and you take the shit from us, and then you cuddle up with our adversaries. No, he needed to go. You know what I'm saying? And for my Mexican people, Gunflute Nation, no disrespect, y'all. But Trump talking about y'all might be next. y'all letting the cartels take over and shit. No knock against my Mexican Gun Freak Nation members. I love you too. You feel me? But I'm just saying it is what it is at the end of the day. But I think he want Greenland. Greenland is more strategic, man. We cannot allow. That's just like Russia and China having military bases in Alaska. You know what I'm saying? Antarctica. We can't let that shit happen. And I'm telling you, war is fucking coming, man. They know some shit that we don't know. They ain't trying to freak the American public out, but some shit is about to go down. All I can say is some shit is about to go down, and y'all need to be prepared for it. For real, for real. Read some more of these comments. Okay, Edith, man, I'm sorry, I'm butchering y'all names, but brother, it said if you start preparing and become knowledgeable in the ways of our ancestors, you would be more at ease. I feel you on that. I really do, man. Thank you for that comment. Okay, this is said if we move on Greenland, there won't be a NATO. Well, you know what? I'll say this, like Trump said, fuck NATO. Trump said basically, fuck NATO. NATO need us more than we need them. You know what I'm saying? What the hell have NATO ever did in the first place? I know NATO's supposed to have been some type of alliance against the axis of evil, which was like Russia and China and all that and shit, right? But what have they ever done? I mean, we can defend our fucking selves. We're more, in my opinion, we are more powerful and stronger than NATO. Like Trump said, we don't need NATO. NATO need us, the United States. And if NATO want to say it's wrong to invade, Greenland, then they not for our best interest. Trump did say he ran on America first, make America great again. So how can America be great, and we allow China and Russia, or China or Russia or both, to invade and take over Greenland right in at our doorstep? So he's doing what he's supposed to do. So fuck NATO. Okay, Brendan said a attack on Greenland is an attack on all NATO countries, including the USA. Well, here's the caveat to it. If we don't attack if we don't take over Greenland, what's going to happen if China or Russia do it? So we're going to be at war anyway. But if they take over, these motherfuckers going to be right at our doorstep. So it's best that we get it. It's in our best interest to run that motherfucker, to take over that motherfucker before they do, and maybe it will prevent a war. And if NATO want to act like some assholes and be like, well, we kicking the United States out of NATO, then so be it, man. That shit is outdated anyway. We talking about strategies that was used in the 1940s and 50s and shit, man. The 1930s and 40s and 50s. Fuck that. We don't need no fucking NATO. Okay, Brandon, let me read this right quick. Yeah, we understand that Greenland is a part of NATO, but it's the weakest link, man. And like I said, we in a society right now, the way the world is right now, only the strong is gonna survive. And my nigga Trump is not gonna put the United States at a fucking disadvantage. See, they know some shit that we don't know. They got intel, they got spies, they got, all kind of communicate. They know that the rumor is, it ain't no fucking rumor. The truth at hand is we got Russia, we got China, we got Iran, and we got North Korea. All four of them motherfuckers are communicating together. They are working together. And they got one thing in common. They hate the United States of America. They hate America. So they're working together, right? Why do you think when Russia had problems with Ukraine, who supplied them the the drones and all that shit? Huh? It was Iran. Who you think is helping fund the Russia Ukraine war right now? China. You know what I'm saying? And if Syria wouldn't have been overthrown, what's his name? Assad, who the nigga that was up over the president of Syria, the crooked nigga, the dictator motherfucker that got overthrown last year. If that nigga would have still been in power, he would have been part of that alliance against us. But Israel knocked his ass out when they helped them people, the motherfuckers take over now. And they trying to say that nigga a terrorist. But I'm telling you that they are working together and they got some plans to attack America. They hate America. We are enemy number one to them. You know what I'm saying? We are enemy number one. And I don't have shit to do with all that political shit. But when that shit come home and when it comes, back to the homeland and your fucking neighborhood could potentially be a future fucking battleground, I'm telling y'all right now, get your fucking guns and get prepared for the fight. All this hiding and being scared and hoping that, hoping for the best and hoping that shit ain't gonna pop off. None of that shit is gonna matter. You're not gonna be able to stop it by praying it away. So the best way to be ready for this shit is to be ready and be armed and get you your fucking guns, get your fucking ammo. And if you guess what, it may come a point to where you might even have to rob your fucking neighbor if he not willing to share the shit. Because I'm telling you, the day will come when only the strong will survive. And the weak gonna be slaves. You hear me? The weak gonna be sheep. The weak is these motherfuckers that's out here oblivious to what the fuck Trump trying to tell you, and they out there worried about who about to be at the Super Bowl or what these celebrities are doing. Those are the sheep. Those are the weak and the dumb and the confused. And I ain't even trying to insult nobody, but it's time for y'all to wake the fuck up and realize that this country can be touched and in the most disrespectful way. That's the worst thing you can do to a population is take away their power, take away, if you ain't got no power, man, that's no heat. You feel me? Unless you got a fucking fireplace in your house. But a lot of people just can't, they can't even imagine the idea of being in a fucking war zone. We not like other countries like Syria, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Ukraine, where them people over there, they used to fucking missiles falling in their cities and towns and shit. We not used to no shit like that. They used to not having no power from, they power grids being knocked down. We not used to no shit. The closest we ever came to that shit was like back in 2003 or was it 2002 or some shit like that when the whole East Coast didn't have no fucking power for like 3 or 4 days. And that's because some shit that happened. How many of y'all remember the big blackout back in '03 or was it '02? Something happened over in Canada and man, it put the whole East Coast didn't have no power. Thank God that shit happened in the summertime. I remember that shit like yesterday. But I'm telling you, be ready for what's to come. All that shit that happened back in 2020 with COVID and all that shit and the curfews and the shutdowns and all that shit, nigga, that was a test. All right? That was a test. No, a couple of months ago, people didn't know what to do. They was panicking, losing their fucking minds, threatening violence and shit because they didn't get their fucking food stamps. That was a test. I'm telling y'all, some shit is about to hit the fan, man, on the scale that you have never seen. All that shit with the George Floyd riots back in 2020, didn't I tell y'all that they trying to, make that shit happen again on a larger scale? Some shit is getting ready to go down, and I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be about no black, no white, no Mexican, no Asian. Nah, don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for them trying to, turn us against each other, man. This is gonna be a fight. Ultimately, this is going to be a fight against the wicked, the righteous versus the wicked. And when I say righteous, I mean we might have to righteously take a motherfucker's head off. If a motherfucker come to your door trying to harm you or your family, you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. Ain't no turn no motherfucking cheek. You got to show that bastard that you are the bigger savage and that he don't fuck with the wrong person, the wrong household. Cause you got your fucking guns. So for those who are watching this and you don't have any weapons or anything, you a lost cause. And you need to be armed, getting yourself armed as soon as possible. Because I'm telling you, this gonna be a whole different type of fucking war. I'm telling you, this is coming to this gonna be fought right here in the homeland. And you need to be ready. And like somebody made a joke saying the YNs will protect us. Nah, man, they busy killing themselves off, man. And most of the motherfuckers can't shoot worth of shit. So I'm telling you, get your skills up, get your food prepped up, and just be ready for whatever. Train your mind to expect the unexpected. But Trump, he's telling you right now what's about to happen. He's telling you. That's a warning. Take that shit for a warning. It ain't if it happens, it's when this shit go down. And y'all need to be ready. I'm telling you, you need to fucking be ready. Because a lot of people may be unalive, man. And I don't like, it breaks my heart when I see people that is clueless to what's going on and they're not prepared. I look at the children, I look at women, even though, it ain't no excuse either because you got fingers too. You can pull a trigger too if you're a woman. But I'm looking at the elderly, man. We got to protect them. But I'm telling you, I just feel it deep, man. And Trump is telling you already that this shit is about to happen. I'm gonna see, can I find this other video, man, or this general warning us about what he feel that's about to happen. Because they are saying this shit. It ain't just me. I ain't making this shit up. We talking about the United States military saying this guy, this general, he's saying that they are seeing a lot of clutter where Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, they are working together. They are communicating. They are working and plotting against the United States, man. Let me see, can I find this fucking video? I fucking love y'all. You feel me? Y'all need to be, I need y'all to brace yourselves and just get ready for what's about to happen. I'm gonna see, can I find that video? Cause this shit is crazy. Most importantly, get y'all water, man. The water gonna be like, I'm telling y'all, this gonna be a situation where water gonna be like fucking gold. You hear me? Water is gonna be like gold, my nigga. Damn, I can't even find that motherfucker right now. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Can I find this motherfucker? I know where this motherfucker at. Get your funky town senders ready. All right, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where you at, motherfucker? Shit. I just saw this bitch. Okay, hold on. This might be it. You know what? I'm gonna have to use somebody else's video, but I know they showed that clip in it. So let me see. Can I find it right quick? Hold on. Check this shit out, y'all. Check this shit out. I'm gonna use you, Hassan Campbell. Hell no, NATO ain't gonna be there for us. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? You hear that? You hear that? Say less. Say less. Did y'all hear that shit? And this is a top U.S. general that's saying this shit right here. You feel me? So something of the likes that you have never seen before is brewing. And we need to be prepared, not only against the regular everyday funky ass savages that's right here in the United States, but I'm telling you right now, war is coming. They're planning for it. They it's not if it happens, it's a matter of when it go down, when it happens. Y'all need to be prepared for what's to come. You know what I'm saying? Get stocked up on your water. That's the I can't, we can we got 3 days. 3 days. If we don't have no fucking water in our bodies, if we don't consume any water in 3 fucking days, we are dead. We out of here. No, I think it might be like 7 days or something like that if you don't eat. It might be longer. I don't know. But I know 3 days. If you don't have no water, if you don't have no water in your system, in your body, if you don't consume any water in 3 days, so stock the fuck up on that water, man. Get the water, get the food, get medical supplies, get your ammo. Don't overdo it. You don't need 100,000 rounds of ammo because if you gotta get out the city or wherever you live, if you have to, go to another location, you're not gonna be able to haul all that shit with you. So get you a sufficient amount that's gonna hold you over. But more importantly, man, just be savage ready. Some shit is about to happen, and get used to life without electricity. Get used to life. I'm from the, I'm a 70. I was born in the 70s, but I remember the 80s very well. I remember when we didn't have social media and we didn't have no internet. If we wanted entertainment, we just went outside and played. You feel me? That shit done changed. And a lot of people gonna freak out. A lot of people gonna fucking panic. And I feel bad for them, you know. But at the end of the day, for the ones that don't listen and the ones that's laughing, saying, that we crazy and we just paranoid and all that shit, don't feel sorry for their asses. And don't, please, I'm telling you right now, and I don't even mean to sound cold hearted, but do not take off of your table all of the shit that you worked hard for and prepped for and stored and to give it away to somebody that didn't take this shit serious. Don't take away from your family the food, because giving to them motherfuckers is taking food from your own mouth and your family's mouth. So don't do that. And then be prepared for the raiders, the ones that gonna try to take the shit that you got, that you worked hard for, that you prepped for all these years prepping. You gonna have motherfuckers at your door. You gonna have people at your door, raiders, savages, trying to kick in your door to take what you got. So be prepared. You need that gun. The gun is more important than the fucking water. You know why I'm gonna tell you why having a gun is more important than water? You may have to use your gun to take somebody else's water. Yeah, I'm talking about the situation may be that dire to where you may have to just go out there and just be the bad guy, a righteous bad guy. Because I'd be damned if I let my family go without and starving and thirsty and somebody up the street got tons of fucking water. So you got to be prepared to fight against people that might potentially future you might be in that same circumstance. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, you heard it all of, you heard it from the man himself, Trump. Greenland, I'm telling y'all right now, just like I told you, Venezuela, that Maduro month had his days numbered. Greenland got its days numbered, man. And like Trump said, you can either give it up by choice or we gonna take it by force. And I ain't mad at him for that. He will not allow. We cannot allow Greenland to be a strategic, place for Russia and China to set up their bases, man. Where if they set up shop there, they missiles or whatever can reach us in seconds. We ain't gonna even have a fucking chance to react. So I gotta give a salute to Trump because he do care about this country. He not no sellout, man. You know what I'm saying? I do fuck with Trump. That's my nigga. But y'all be ready. I'm about to jump off this bitch. I'm gonna read some more comments and okay, Kaboom. What up, though, Kaboom? Kaboom, I have a big garden and homemade C4. That's what I'm talking about, man. You got to be creative in a situation like this. You feel me? You gotta be ready, man. You gotta be prepared. Okay, armed civilian. What we have to understand that it's chess, not checkers. You right about that. I agree with you, armed civilian. I totally agree with you on that, brother. Okay, Brendan T. We have fresh water creeks running through our neighborhood. Well, you know what, Brendan? Then you say you like in North Carolina, South Carolina. I'm in Detroit. Ain't no freshwater creeks here. But you got it made, brother. If you got it like that, that's a blessing, brother. But I'm in the hood. So the only thing we got is some funky ass sewer water. That those manholes, it's probably funky ass, muddy ass sewer water that you can't drink. You're not damn sure ain't gonna try to drink that shitty ass water that bodies and stuff done been found in the Detroit River. So we ain't got, I don't know no place that got ponds and creeks and all that shit. Okay, people that live in concrete jungles will have it the worst. Country people will survive longer. Who said that? Bernard Davis, I cannot agree with you more, my brother. Yes, the people in the cities, we gonna have to, I don't think the city is gonna be livable, man. You're not gonna be able to live in the city if it get that bad. Like, can you imagine a situation like the closest we ever came to something like that? And I still believe that what happened with the shutdown and the COVID and all that shit. I believe that was a test to see how the American people was gonna react. And most of us, failed for that shit, hook, line, and sinker, man. And they had every motherfucker wearing a mask, including me. And I was thinking that the people that was arguing against the shit was the crazy ones. And come to find out, the people that was, saying that it wasn't like what they was making it to be. Remember this shit. Let me, and I ain't even trying to get a strike on my fucking channel. Because YouTube using anything and every reason they can to strike it and take the channel. But do y'all remember at the height of the COVID where you had the left media, news channels like CNN, MSNBC hyping that shit up? Do y'all remember that? I remember turning it on CNN and they was like, they actually had a fucking body count number up on the TV screen, my nigga. 60,000 people. Okay, it just jumped from 60,000 dead to 100,000 dead. Then they showing all on the news media, on CNN and shit, like refrigerated 18-wheeler trucks filled with bodies and stuff. The mortuary so full that they ain't even have room for bodies. They had to put them in refrigeration trucks. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Then they came up with this damn jab shit. I'm trying to be careful what I say, but they was forcing people to take that shit if they wanted to work. If you don't work, how you gonna pay your bills? How you gonna pay your bills and pay your mortgage, pay your rent? So in order for you to go to work, you got to take that jab, and that jab didn't do shit for you. It didn't stop you from getting it. Matter of fact, they say if you got it, it would be worse. But they made you see the shit that they made the American people do, what they put us through, and we went through that shit, and they got away with it. So who? I mean, what's next? But that was some dirty shit that they did. Some dirty shit that they did. You couldn't beat you. You gotta have a mask on. You come up in here. You gotta be back at your house at a certain time. So yeah, if we endured that shit, man, it might be some more shit. But I'm telling you, war is coming, and it's gonna be on different types of levels to this shit. You feel me? I think if anything, it'll probably spark a civil war right in this country because the country is so fucking divided right now. We hate each other. Not me personally. I love everybody. If you love me, I love you more. If you love me, I love you 10,000 times more. But everybody don't love you. Don't try to don't. And before I go, never ever 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 try to love somebody that hates you. You the biggest fool if you got that mindset. If they hate you, then hate them back. You know what I'm saying? Because love the ones that love you. Because it'll be that motherfucker that hates you that's going to try to take your life, rob you, take what you got, and all that. Nah, this ain't all that. You got to be, this ain't none of that here. You got to be the biggest fucking savage your damn self when it comes to protecting and defending your family, defending your property, and let a motherfucker know you fucking with the wrong person. You you can come to my house all you want to, but you're gonna fuck around and find out. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Listen, stock up. Stock up on that water, medicine, whatever. Learn how to, like if you get injured or whatever, learn how to dress an injury. And just be ready, man. Be ready to be in the fucking dark. Get your batteries, get whatever, man. Cause I'm telling you, if this shit go down, it ain't gonna be no more power. They're gonna attack them power grids, man. They can China and Russia probably can do some shit now that can shut this whole fucking country down as far as electricity. And a lot of shit runs on, think about this shit, man. Think about this for 1 second. And then all these people that got these cars that don't take no gas, man, that shit ain't gonna mean nothing at the end of the day. Get you an old school car that ain't got all that computer shit in it either. Because if they do that the EMP shit, all these new cars and shit, Cybers and Teslas, Cybertrucks and all that shit, they got computers that help them motherfuckers run because nowadays if that computer go bad, you ain't got no car no more. So it's always good to have you a motorcycle or a old school ass car that run off of gas. I'm telling y'all, man, shit is about to get rough and tough, and it's gonna be every man for himself. Okay, this is medical information Google TCCC. That's what's up, man. Let me highlight that. Let me highlight that. Aha! Wait a minute, you said the Somalis kicked off the Civil War? Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, they did claim that Minnesota is their capital now and shit. I heard about that shit. Now you say keep cash and money on hand. I kind of disagree with that because at this point, I don't even think the money is not going to even be worth anything. Money when the shit really do get bad, money ain't gonna mean shit. What you gonna spend it on? I mean, you might be able to sell some shit, but at the point, if you ain't got nothing to buy, I'm talking about things might get so fucking bad that money is just it's gonna be it's not gonna hold any value. No, you might be able to barter some shit. You might be able to, trade, have some ammo, or you might have medicine, or you might be able to do trading, but I don't think you're gonna spend the money on, and everything is looted. Everything done been looted. Banks and shit done been looted. Grocery stores done been looted. Uh no more gas. You can't go to the gas stations. They done been looted. All of the gas is gone. What you got to spend money on? It's gonna be lawlessness, man. Money ain't gonna even be a factor no more. I'm talking about a situation like that. So it's best if you're gonna do any type of bartering, trade. Hey man, I got 1,000 rounds of 5.56, 1,000 rounds of 9 millimeter. Give me your, give me your 308 ammo, or give me some shotgun shells for it. It's gonna be some shit like that. I got this particular type of medicine, I trade you my medicine for, you know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be more bartering than money. Cash ain't gonna mean shit. Okay, this is when they kill the internet, you won't be able to access any ATMs. You're right. Exactly. Yep. Midwest Rifleman, the job was an experiment in cooperation. And guess what? We cooperated, including my ass. I would be a hypocrite and lying to you if I said I didn't fall for the shit because they had me fooled too. But you know what's so crazy though? The way that the left media hyped up COVID-19, the corona virus and all that shit, the way they hyped it up. But notice this shit, that when Biden got in office, all that shit just magically just went away. It disappeared. You didn't hear about another 50,000 people passing away. You didn't hear, I mean, back in 2020, man, and around this time too, January, February 2020, you would think that we was in some type of doomsday movie if you put it on the on CNN and MSNBC. You would think that they actually had a clock, like a doomsday clock. Oh, another 75,000 people. Oh, in the next 2 or 3 months it'll be 250,000 people dead from this. When Biden got in office, that shit just vanish. Y'all notice that shit? It just vanished. Like a magician just made it just disappeared. So if it was that fucking bad, and whatever that jab shit that they came up with, I ain't trying to, I don't want to get hit with a medical misinformation. Nothing. If that didn't happen, did it just go away on its own, or was it never there to begin with? And all this shit was just some type of psych, uh, um, uh, um, some type of operation to see what we agree with this shit and fall in line with their narrative and shit. I mean, I don't put nothing past this government, man. I really don't. I think it was a test to see what they have control over us because that's what they want. But that's either here or there, man. I still say that it's going to be a future war that's going to take place right here in the homeland. And I think it's going to cause people to turn on each other, man. That's probably what they want. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, listen, y'all. Y'all be safe. Uh, uh, get prepped up because if you already ready, you ain't got to be ready. You ain't got to get ready if you already ready. So I need y'all to stay armed and get your water up, get your food up, man. Cause this shit is not no fucking, it's not a game. If Trump said, look, he already, it's the plan, just like they've been planning at Venezuela for months and shit. And they finally got the motherfucker. They got plans on, for Greenland. And Trump pretty much said it, man. It's like, look, you're gonna give it up. You got to give it up. It's gonna be by choice or force. You can give it up and have it easy on yourself or make it hard. And once we take it, it might cause some type of rift between us and NATO, but fuck NATO. We don't need NATO. NATO needs us. Fuck NATO. Yep, 2/3 of the country. Yeah, we you said, Brandon, my condolences go out to you. But I don't think you said COVID, killed your dad. You know that 100% sure? Because they say it killed a lot of people. But my question is, why did it just disappear overnight? Why they stop talking about it? The media hyped it up, and a lot of that shit, regular people, especially if you elderly and you get sick with what is it, the flu, pneumonia, or whatever, uh, your chances of surviving is slim to none. You know what I'm saying? So, but anybody that died, it could have been from whatever, and they automatically credit it to COVID. You know, people what people fail to realize, it's thousands of people that die in this country every fucking day. And that's just like they blamed it on COVID. I'm telling you, it was more to it than what it is. And I don't think that shit was even if it did exist, I don't think it was bad as they hyped it up to be. You're right. It killed everyone who had other half concerns. And then I'm hearing that the shit come from China anyway. So did y'all hear about what happened like about a year ago, less than a year ago, where they caught some Chinese students from China, and they had some type of bacteria with them that they was trying to spread over here, I guess to cause another pandemic or a plandemic. So you can't put nothing past them, man. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: look, y'all be safe out there, man. War, mark my words. I'm not trying to be no fearmonger, but I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. War is coming. So not only do you got to look out, keep your head on the swivel for these savages out here, American savages, get prepped up for what's to come. That's all I can tell you. Is just, stay prayed up, pray for the best, but be prepared for the worst. You hear me, Gun Freak Nation? I love y'all. Um, Keep your head on the swivel, man. War is about to happen. War is going down, and war is about to pop off, and y'all need to be ready for it. I appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in. I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Smash it like you smashing a savage that's trying to come in and smash your wife. You know what I'm saying? Or smash your loved one. Smash it. Show them that you ain't the one to be played with. I love y'all, Gun Freak Nation. I'll be back live again tomorrow night. And I want to do a live. I'm gonna throw the link up. We got a man in I forget what state, what city, but he shot and killed an intruder. Notice I'm not saying a home invader. I did a story on it. It's going to be on the channel. I think it's going to premiere later this week. But the guy had a home invader come break into his house. He heard the noise. He came down. He saw the guy lying down on his living room floor. So I wanna ask y'all this right here. Me being me, if you doing a home invasion You're not going to break in somebody's house and lay down, right? You're going to be ransacking it, right? You're going to be robbing it, right? So when he grabbed the gun, he confronted the intruder. The intruder, he said, the intruder, nigga, I can play the video, but the video is coming. I got the video already, it's up there. Members only can watch it right now. If you're a member, if you join and be a member, you can go watch that video right now. My members only, it's a members only video right now. So when he confronted, I need y'all opinion on this. I really do need y'all opinion on this. So when he confronted the intruder was lying down on his living room floor. When he woke the intruder up, well, when he confronted the intruder said, I thought this place was empty. I didn't know nobody lived here. Okay? So the intruder gets up, walks out the front door, and begins to leave. The homeowner shoots him 3 times as he was running, kills the man. Now he's being brought up on like murder charges or second degree or manslaughter charge. He's being charged for that. So we did a video on that. The video, go watch it right now. If you are a paid member of my channel, you can watch. You got access to that video now. My opinion is the homeowner let his emotions get the best of him. He should not have shot and killed that man. The second that man stepped outside and left his house, he shouldn't even follow that man outside of his house. He should have closed the door, locked it, and called the police. But instead, he shot the guy while he was running, and rightfully so, I think he should be charged. And I'm going to go live tomorrow night to talk about that, and I'm going to put the video up. And then now he's lying, saying, well, he was reaching for something. But when the police first got on the scene, you said that the guy was running. Now you're trying to save your own ass by creating a reason to kill this guy. By saying, oh, he was reaching, but no gun was found. The guy is so much, man, I feel, I'm so, listen, you got to know when to use your gun and when not to use your gun. And if you one of them hothead motherfuckers, cause me being in Gun Freak Nation, been talking about home invasions the last 7 to 8 years, I've ran into a lot of people that say, oh, you come in my house, it's a death sentence. I'm sending you to Funky Town, and it should not be that way. It depends on the situation. Now, if they break in and they got guns, you got every right to light them up. But if somebody that might be drunk or they might have did think your house might have been raggedy and it looked like it wasn't lived in, I don't know. But most people that do commit a home invasion, they don't break in your house and go and lay down on your floor. He might have been a mentally ill motherfucker. I don't know. But where you fucked up at, brother, is when you let him, when he left, you followed behind him. You left this. You can't say it was self-defense if you leave in the confines of your house, which you could have just stayed in your house and locked your door. But I'm gonna say that I ain't even trying to get into it right now. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, around 9 something, I'll be late sometimes. We're gonna talk about the intruder. Because I'm not calling this guy no savage. I'm not calling him no home invader. He was an intruder. And I think that he got what he got coming to him. The homeowner he's being charged for, I think, manslaughter now. You right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, I did this video with the first lady. The first lady, she didn't side with him, but she was like, he shouldn't have broke in his house. And I'm like, I gotta agree with you. He shouldn't have broken his house. But at the same time, somebody breaking in your house, you cannot kill people. You cannot take a life over property. At least here, not in Michigan, you cannot take, if they not presenting themselves as being a threat, If they're no longer a deadly threat, then you are not obligated to use deadly force. You only obligated to use deadly force if somebody is coming at you with deadly force. Then you can match it. Okay? If he would have been armed, you could have lit him up, and it's perfectly self-defense, right? Here in Michigan, we have stand your ground and we got the castle doctrine. But this guy, which I don't think he was a burglar, because burglars and home invaders don't come in your fucking house and lay down on your floor. He might have been mentally ill, or he might have just been homeless and he thought your place might, was dilapidated or whatever. And a lot of people do that. They call it squatting. You're moving, there's somebody that's homeless, and they move into they just move into a vacant house, and they live out the motherfucker. They call squatters. And if they stay in that motherfucker long enough, it's something called squatters' rights. You can't even put them out. So I think he went in there to squat. Because if you confront somebody and they tell you, oh, I didn't know nobody lived here, man, why? That situation really bothered me. And I feel like I need to get this video. I need to go live. A matter of fact, I need to make that video. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me go into my YouTube. I'm about to tell y'all the day that I got the video scheduled to be released. And later on tonight, I'm gonna do a video about the savage in Mississippi that killed 6 people. He, including a 7-year-old kid, man. I think it was a 7-year-old girl. That bastard man. I'm telling y'all. Um, okay, here it is right here. Memphis homeowner charged for fatally shooting intruder. That video is going to premiere January 17th. Here it is. See, go the thumbnail and all that shit right there. That's it right there. See it at the very top? Right there. Can y'all see that? But I am going to do a live about it tonight. I'm gonna if people want to join in and give me their perspective, it's all good. I may even throw the link on so y'all can throw in and y'all can come in and give me y'all perspective. But I think that homeowner was wrong on all levels. You know. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. We're going to talk about that home intruder, and whether he should have been charged or not. I think he should be charged. Matter of fact, I think the judge should throw the book at his ass, man. You don't shoot nobody. How somebody is being a threat to you and they running away from you. You feel me? But anyway, Gun Freak Nation, smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the likes. I appreciate you. Thank you for your precious time. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I got a video premiering tonight at midnight. Check it out. The video that's premiering tonight is Club Savage. That's premiering tonight at midnight. I'm going to have a video every night premiering. Talking about the crime that's happening all over the country. But y'all prepare for what's coming, man. We about to have another war, a war of the likeness that you've never seen before, man. Yeah, he's going to jail for that. He's going to jail for that. No gun was found. The guy was unarmed, man. See, some people like I've ran into doing what I do. Because this channel was mainly known for home invasions. Me talking about that's the core of this channel. And I've met many of people. I'm not gonna name no names, but I've met many of people that think that if somebody break in your house, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna unalive them, I'm gonna send them to Funky Town and all that. I'm like, you got to chill on that, man. You got to stay cool, calm, and collective. You can't. That should not be a death sentence. What hurt me the most was when a few months ago it was a home invasion that happened nearby me in another city though, like on the border of Detroit, and it was some teenagers that broke in somebody's garage. They ain't even break into the house. A detached garage. Some houses have the garage built into the house, or you know what I mean. But a detached garage is separated from the house in your backyard. It ain't got shit to do with your house. The homeowner went out there. They said they had broken it a couple of times before. I guess the homeowner got fed up. When the teenagers ran, he opened up on them, shot and killed one of them. Some people that was watching me, or at the time I thought was down with Gun Freak Nation, they was like, I don't feel bad for the 17-year-old. He got what he deserved. I knew right then and there, for you to say that you got an evil heart and you ain't shit, and I can't really fuck with you no more. Cause I can't fuck with people that's mean and evil like that, man. You don't kill nobody over property. You can get your property back. Of course you're gonna be pissed the fuck off, but you cannot give that person their life back. So for that person to be like, that's what he got, I don't feel bad for him, it made me look at you sideways. And it showed me, because look, that kid, that 17-year-old kid, that's a kid to me. He will never, ever, I don't made bad choices in my life, especially when I was young. But that kid will never be able to, we'll never know whether he would get his life together and turn his life around. You robbed him of that choice. Now I get it. He shouldn't have been breaking in your house. But sometimes when you're young and dumb, you do stupid ass things. But you shouldn't have to pay for it with your life, especially over some shit in a fucking garage. And we actually had some people that I thought was rocking with Gun Free Nation approved of that shit, man. If you like that, get the fuck up. Don't unsubscribe from my shit right now. I don't need no evil-hearted motherfuckers like that. And y'all probably know who I'm talking about, because I said it online when she said that shit. I said that ain't cool. But anyway, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. We gonna go live talking about this homeowner, and whether I need some people that disagree with me. We gonna have a debate over this. Anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all, keep your heads on the swivel, y'all.